that victory, pati na rin yung kanyang crucial na pag-retribution dun sa Last Lord, diba? So, sobrang crucial pa rin. Here we are, game number 3.
Alam mo, Wolf, ramdam ko pa din yung retry na yon. To be fair, I think that is a 50-50. Anyone could be able to take the Lord. I think may skill pa si Lord na may stomp pa na naganap. Tapos it was just that naka-ready doon yung retribution ni Haji. Timely talaga yung kanyang pagkuha.
And draft para sa game number 3. Who will make the smart choices in the draft? Catch it next. Brought to you by Smart, the official term and telco partner of the MPL. Free to game grade with Smart. Free games for all.
Alright, Wolf, we're back onto the drafting phase. Kanina, medyo mesmerized tayo na pinocus doon ng Blacklist International as their first pick nga, yung Granger na we've seen na they could potentially have taken that, or are they afraid na baka kunin ng Omega like the Rafaela together with the Granger, pero they have to, pero nakita naman natin they almost had that game, 'di ba? Medyo nag-overstay lang sila just right after nakuha nila lahat ng mga turrets, then from there Omega played it perfectly, given dun papapunta sa my Lord.
Konting differences with what we saw in the draft kanina. Ang naban ng Omega Esports nung game number 1 was Diggy, Benedetta, Paquito. This time Benedetta, Paquito, Matilda. Katulad ng draft nila, nung bans nila ng game number 2. Samantala Blacklist International, no changes sa first ban nila, Ling pa rin. Pero yung sinunod na nila doon was not Uranus. Although eventually binan pa rin nila yung Uranus. And something na titingnan natin sa Blacklist International.
Yes.
By the way, yung Selena hindi pinapansin .
Hindi talaga. I suppose Blacklist International would want to ban an Eve dito, or they're probably just willing to give it up. So now for the side of Omega Esports, what's gonna be their first pick? Ano yung ipaprioritize nila dito? We've seen na nag-work sa kanila yung mga Alice, di ba? Rather the Harit dito, but the Diggy! The Diggy is left open, and this is a big if, or rather what would be this Diggy? Will this be a fitting Diggy that we're used to see? Pero given kasi Omega Esports, the way they play the Diggy is really at the tank support.
Yep. Diba? Pwede hindi siya yung parang feeding Diggy strategy na pwedeng nakikita natin for Blacklist International. I'm scared for Omega Esports. Yes, it's true na nakakainis talaga yung Diggy. Pero yung Blacklist International, isang team na alam yung kontra dito.
Yes.
We might even see Hilda picked up para kay Eson eventually sa dulo ng match. But, eto na. The classic combo.
The classic combo. Kung kanina iniiwasan ni Wise si Rafaela, pero right this time, ngayon, eto na yung taga-nice one baby ko.
Taga-nice one baby.
So, now for Omega, how would they want to counter this one? Ang naging sagot nila nung game number 1 was a Loyi. Pero pagka pumika pa dito ng Loyi, might be very tricky. Pero ang pinili nila dito, well, might as well. Ito yung nagpanalo sa kanila kanina. This Kagura and this Toshi's Alice is being very prominent sa kanyang laning during the laning stage. Parang itong dalawang team na to, no? You get the Alice, we get the Harit.
Ganun talaga yung palitan eh.
Oo.
At so far, sa past 2 games natin, kung sino yung nakakahawak ng Harit ang nananalo.
Yun nga.
So, Blacklist International now having the ingredients mukhang pwede. At sila nagba ng Yisan Shin ngayon. Oh.
Do you think Harit wins games ngayon dito sa series na to, Wolf?
Mukhang ganun na nga eh. Especially because of the fact na meron kang way para makakuha ng early game control. Yun yung nakita natin sa Blacklist International. Ang main condition kasi from Harit is just to make it so na pumunta ka sa late game.
Yeah.
Omega Esports, lagi nilang binaban yung Barat sa second phase. Pero yung lapu-lapu, feeling ko kailangan na rin nilang i-take note. Pansinin.
Kailangan na rin nila indeed pansinin, no? Kasi we already know who's gonna be using this specific heroes, diba? That's gonna be Wise, that's gonna be Oheb. Pero for the side, medyo mesmerized pa ako dito sa Omega Esports, diba? The usual thinking of a Diggy, sabihin na natin this might be a feeding Diggy. You would always want to have a strong side lane.
Strong side ulit.
Oo. Pero given that this kind, the Alice, hindi natin mako-consider a strong side lane, specifically on the early game, di ba? Parang kailangan niya pa ng konting push. So, this kumbaga magkasama lang yung Diggy na yan together with the Kagura in terms of rotation. Sumasabay. Sasabay sila dito sa early snowball potential dito ni Wise on the Granger. Pero right now, Blacklist International will be banning the Basha. And for Omega, ayaw naman nilang makaharap dito ang Estes.
Yeah. Now Blacklist International still have Lapu-Lapu at pwede nilang kunin yan.
Yeah.
Lapu-Lapu, Granger, Harith, yung kanilang trio sa mga cores, kumbaga. Ngayon yung Blacklist International, nakita ko rin na afternoon may Digi na kinuha ng Omega Esports, straight up Rafaela. Kasi napansin ko sa ibang teams na may kalaban na feeding Digi strat, hindi nila kailangang umuwi doon sa kanilang jungler kasi meron ka naman taga-heal. And it also means na hindi ganun ka-effective kung feeding Digi strategy to. So Omega Esports might not even consider that kasi parang malulugi lang sila kasi may taga-heal naman Rafaela.
Saka mabagal din yung magiging ikot nila dito if they would want, baka nga farmin pa pagka ginamit nila yun as a feeding Digi strategy. Kumbaga libreng 50 gold para dito kay Wise. Pero ang gusto kong malaman dito, no, for the side of Omega Esports, what will be their jungler? So Claude, it did made a lot of sense kanina sa kanila, and nakikita ko din that this might actually work against dito sa draft ng Blacklist International.
Hayabusa Claude or Hayabusa Roger perhaps.
Yeah.
With a side lane Hayabusa laban sa Thams.
Or even
ayun nga, Claude.
I was about to say na Haji, isa sa paboritong hero niya rin kasi isa Hayabusa. Pero now we're gonna be seeing Kenji once again on this Hayabusa. It didn't get to work nung first game, pero right now Blacklist International, they are still lacking
Pwede sila
either a tank or
pwede sila mag-Estes pa rin. Ay sorry, Angela yung mga ganun healing.
Yes.
Pero I'm thinking honestly, Hilda, kung talagang worried sila sa Digi strategy, knowing Blacklist International ba something that they can consider.
But that might
not
be it. Yes. Well, what I'm about to say is, pag Hilda kasi, that there might come to a point na baka maging taga-provide na lang ng vision si Hilda. Hindi maging enough yung damage ni Wise. So right now, we'll be seeing Blacklist International. So the main damage dealer coming from them is of course Oheb and as well etong Granger na to. Kanina, sinubukan ng Omega Esports na i-burst down kagad si Granger, and itemization-wise, nagawan ng paraan yon ni Wise. Will that be the same dito sa game number 3?
Might see that for sure. Lalong-lalo na ang Blacklist International, nakuha sila ng Popol and Rafaela. Nakita na natin to before. Sa kanilang team, sobrang taas ng tempo, ang taas ng sustain. Map control will be there. So yung Omega Esports this time, once again, mukhang i-concede ulit nila yung early game kasi yung Blacklist International sobrang lakas ng impact and prowess nila in the early stages. That's my opinion, but what about you, Rob?
Yeah, I would agree with you. Na kasi yung sabihin na natin late game centric lineup dito ang Omega Esports. They have this Claude, they have a good minion wave clear in the sense of course the Alice together with kay Kenji, di ba? Most of the time we see naman yung mga Hayabusa, they just use their ultimate just the same with the Claude. So parang parehas din ang thought process, naman. Specifically on the early game we're in, doon yung power spike ng Blacklist International. So how could you be able to push if you don't have minion? And that's gonna be it para sa side ng Omega Esports.
And I don't see na ang Digi feeding strategy ay ang option dito para sa Omega. They can, pero parang hindi ganun ka-effective. Honestly, if you're thinking about yung traditional na Digi natin pa-push in there. But, okay. Eto na nga.
And they are somehow proving us wrong once again. I get the point. I get the point with you saying na hindi siya mag-work. Pero ang tingin ko ang gustong gawin dito na ni Hayes, or I think that was the Digi, is just provide vision. Tapos yung side lane nila mag-work lang on its own.
And it definitely can work, to think about it. Kaso, ito yung problema. Ang main reason kung ba't gusto mong kumawa ng feeding Digi strategy is lahat ng lanes mo dapat ay lalamang.
Yes.
With that kill mula kay Edward sa side lanes, nako, malaking question mark yan. Titingnan natin yung gold. Blacklist International, 4.5k.
So, ang strategy ngayon dito, Wolf, ng Omega is, kumbaga, eto si Hayes dito will just stick around dito sa Granger na to up at the end of time. Okay? So, ngayon, Blacklist International, since ginugulo dito si Wise, his support dito si Eson will just have to stick around together with Oh My Vitos. Now, it's all about the side lanes ng Omega. Ang bilis ng minion wave clear both, at ang ginawa ngayon dito, nag-switch pa sila, si Toshi at si Kenji.
The bigger problem here is si Wise ay isang Granger. Hindi niya kailangan ng mana. Hindi niya rin kailangang umuwi kasi may Rafaela naman siya. So, hindi magiging effective ang Digi strat.
Hindi ganon ka-effective kasi HP lang no? And HP given that nandito rin naman yung taga-provide, nandito yung kanilang mga healing galing coming from Eson. And not only that, you would want na magkakaroon ka ng feeding Digi strategy and magkakaroon ng space yung jungler nyo. But HGC is not getting the farm that he needs.
BLACKLIST International fully prepared for this. Kinuha na kayong turtle sa ngayon at nakakuha na naman ng additional na kill. This time, ginamit pa nila si Edward para lang talaga siguradong sigurado. At dahil dyan, lumaki na ang labang ng BLACKLIST International sa mga feeding Digi strats. By 5-minute mark, dapat makikita mo na yung difference. But BLACKLIST International, 2.5k doon sa Granger. Tignan mo yung jungler ng Omega. 1k lang.
Ang galing din ng ng disguise ng Digi rito ng side ng Omega Esports. Regardless doon pa lang sa emblem na naka-pull yourself together siya. Usually kasi you would see yung mga feeding strategy naka-magic sila or naka-mage emblem. So, well, it's still medyo overcommitting si Oheb dito.
Oh no, hindi tumama yung Art of Thievery. Ni GC inabot dito si Oheb. Still gets the kill. Kaso, Torre, yun nakakuha ng kill, which means na hindi na credit sa kills. Ang galing ng thinking doon ni Oheb na that push forward, regardless mamatay ako as long as HGC doesn't get the kill. Saktong-sakto, pixel perfect. Kaso yun lang.
Speaking of sakto, that flame shot. Sumama doon kay Eson.
Na-scout din kasi ni Hayes
Yes. Pero isipin mo, this is quite a lead coming from BLACKLIST International, almost 2,000. But ang good news lang for the side of Omega is hindi naman sila na-force out na mabasagan kagad compared to game number 2. Nabasag agad yung kanilang top lane.
Nakikita natin ngayon na si Oheb ay maganda yung start versus Kenji. And that's good si Kenji kasi 0-2 on the Sayabusa. Mahihirapan yata makarecover dito ang side ng Omega Esports. And alam mo, yung BLACKLIST International, ang tataas na ng KDA nila before this. Tapos makakakuha pa sila ng ganito. Men, 16-0 na si Wise. I'm sure after this week, ang taas na stat line.
For sure. Ang ginagawa lang dito ng Omega, parang pag-hold down ng Blazing Duet, mag-clear tayo dito. Tapos sa top lane, ganun din. Even with kumbaga yung tatlong lanes nila dito, talagang literal nagpa-turtle lang sila, hinuhold lang nila. Talagang fino-force out dito ng Omega na makapabot sila ng late game.
Exactly. Do take note with the changes. Should talk about later, turtle makukuha dito ng BLACKLIST na secure ni Tams. Wise nga lang, hahabulin sa may likuran. Kaso si Toshi, may flicker. Ginamit na ka rin yung Flowy Blood. Gets the kill. Magandang shutdown. At makikita natin dito ang time journey na ginamit. Ang dami si Toshi. May Venus with the knock-up nga lang. Yung kontra, si Hayes, mapapatumba. Pero feeding Digi lang yan. Hahabulin pa ba nila Eson? They do have the slow. Kaso may Flowing Blood na naman si Toshi. Ginamit agad. Hinabol ni Tams. Kinagat na nga ni Edward. That's another kill. Going in favor of BLACKLIST.
But I think, that's a good trade pa rin. Kung iisipin mo, Wolf, that is a shutdown on a godlike streak.
Exactly.
Ni Wise. And ang nakakuha pa nun is yung Alice. That's one of the reasons kung bakit din siya nakasustain is nabuo niya agad yung item niya doon. Now, Blade of the Heptasy is already done ngayon dito kay Kenji. 5 minutes in, wala ng energy shield. BLACKLIST International needs to force na makabasag dito ng mga outer turrets against Omega Esports.
But Kenji will be taken out. Edward naman, napakamit ang ultimate niya sa top lane. Hinabol si HGZ. Gandang BMI ni Claude. Kinrossoveran. Kaso na doon si Eson ni right tap. Normal attack. Normalan lang lahat para kay Eson.
Hindi pa nag-trigger yung Cyclone Eye doon makakadulas pa sana siya doon, but the Light of Retribution will seal the deal dito para kay HGZ. So far dito, BLACKLIST International, sila pa din ang nagmamando. We've seen this time and time again that they are very precise dito sa mga early to going into mid-game. Kaso ang strategy ng Omega, we all know, na they would like to work it on the late game. The question is, Wolf, paano nila to itutuloy to? We're still 6 minutes in. Pero makikita natin na medyo nahihirapan na sila dito, Wolf.
Yeah. One thing that they can do is abuse yung shutdown gold ngayon na nabago na. Mas mataas na yung cap ng shutdown gold. At based kasi siya doon sa kills Yung kill streak. Hindi siya about doon sa gold difference. So yung rubber band mechanic pwede nating makita sa side ng Omega Esports. Kaso ito sa BLACKLIST.
Tsaka ang gusto ko dito, yung itemization ni Toshi dito, he didn't go for the Calamity Reaper, instead Enchanted Talisman. So meaning, gusto lang talagang i-sustain, and given that the Kagura also made a Clock of Destiny, so talagang tinadrag nila to, itong laro na to against BLACKLIST International.
Just like in game number 2, luging-lugi ang Omega. Well, 10 times or 3 times na mas lugi sila dito sa game na to sa early stages. Pero Hindi natin alam, pwede pa itong mabaliktad.
Yes, and yun nga, na-mention mo to kanina, no, na yung mga streak, I mean, look at the score. This is 3 out of 30. It's like, what? That was like 10% of the kills dito ng Blacklist International. Pero once na ma-shutdown, most specifically dito si Wise, somehow you get the gold from there. That's one of the reason bakit medyo nakakakuha pa rin ng farm dito ang side ng Omega. So, kailangan tuloy-tuloy yung aggression na gawin dito ng Blacklist.
GZ, nakagat na nga ni Oh My Venus, placing do to not save with the first death. Nga lang, Courtesy may kontra, yun yung overturn. Kaso, makaagat lang din ni Edward with the stamps. And si Wise naghahabol, naghahanap pa ng additional kills. And GZ, that's the second death na pala for this Claude. Blacklist International, magsasnowball, magde-deathball dito sa may gitna. Anong pang depensa ng Omega Esports? Toshi, malayong-malayo pa. Sobrang bilis ang pag-take ng Torre ng Blacklist International. Zaman Force, patay na rin yung damage ni Granger at ni Edward. Walang nagawa Omega Esports.
This is what they need to do talaga, Wolf. Kailangan nilang i-force tong mga team fights na to kasi hindi nila hihintayin na lumakas pa dito yung tatlong members ng Omega, yung Alice na yan, yung sila GC with the Claude and as well with the Hayabusa. That base turret on the mid lane, ang laking bagay noon for the side of Blacklist given na malapit na ring mag-respawn ang unang Lord.
Laki ng lamang ng Blacklist International. Si Hayes, tinatry pa rin pigilan si Wise. Napataas na lang ang KDA na naman ni Wise, 26-1-3. Doesn't matter. Hajizi placing to win against Edward. Edward tumalon. Meron ba siyang ultimate na gagamitin? Hindi na kailangan. Makunat na nga dito si Edward. Eventually ay mapapatay. But that will be our third kill. Kaso si Courtesy, makukuhaan ng kill ni Oheb and another turtle going in favor of Blacklist. Mukhang pang apat na turtle ito going in favor of Blacklist. Nothing Hayes can do about this.
Yes, pero yung bottom lane dito, well, will be taken na. So, ngayon titignan naman natin dito yung mga itemization dito. That Alice already has the key component that he needs on team fight. Meron na siyang Winter Truncheon and good news for GC, meron na siyang DHS. Meanwhile naman dito, sa side ng Blacklist International, ito na yung binibuild na ni Wise yung kanyang medyo kunat factor. Meron siyang Athena Shield pero he will still go for the endless battle dito.
Gonna be tricky para sa Omega. Do take note, halos doble ng gold ni GZ si Wise. Almost. At least 4,000 ang lamang ni Wise doon kay GZ. At hindi maganda yan kasi dalawang item halos yun. Ngayon si Hayes na naman mabibigyan. Feeding Diggy. It's natural. Top lane nga lang yun, outplay na naman. 2 versus 1 kay Edward. At mo si Edward pa yung mananalo. At makuha pa na yung kill. Oh my goodness. Blacklist International sa baba naman. Bottom lane. Mananalo Blacklist and all of a sudden sa isang iglap. Blacklist International mananalo ng series na to.
Oh wow. That was very quick, Wolf. And right at this moment, hindi pa rin or wala pa rin makadikod sa Blacklist International.
And look at that celebration. As outside the Blacklist International, this winning moment is brought to you by Master. Hindi sila na GG. Instead, they brought their clay game with Master. Sikreto ng mga gwapo.
Oh wow, that was perfectly executed.